taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
I'm dying to see what America's going to do to this. I'll use my favorite word again, clusterfuck, 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 clusterfuck.
To confuse the public about science, to confuse scientists about science.
It's a trap.
It actually is a trap.
But guess what? We got a lot to do. You gotta say hi to me. We go back a long way. She was 12, I was 30, but anyway. Science is back. And I choose science over fiction. And so if the science is demonstrated it's doing great damage, then I don't care what it does to a small business person who's selling this stuff. If it is damaging lungs, if it's causing the kind of damage that is said, and that study's not been fully done yet, if it turns out that it is, then I would eliminate it. I would make it, I would go after it in a hard way. I would make it broader, not just for he is.
If we get asked a specific question by a teen, either a direct message to us or via social media about the relative harms of vaping versus cigarettes, we try to be as clear as possible that if your comparator is a cigarette, vaping is less harmful.
In England, the Royal College of Physicians has apparently done a great deal of research on e-cigarettes, and they have actually found that compared to smoking cigarettes, the rate of damage from e-cigarettes is 5% of what it is from smoking traditional cigarettes. You're reducing the damage by 95%. Hey, I don't think vaping or e-cigarettes are good for you. But if you have to choose between smoking and vaping, I happen to feel that vaping is safer. I don't think vaping is good for you, but it's better than smoking.
We're going to choose science over fiction.
And FDA has not used that terminology to use the most recent estimates of youth use. I will say that I'm an epidemiologist by training, so I'm fully cognizant of the definition of an epidemic, which is unprecedented increases over what you'd expect at baseline. That said, I think and know that the science has shown a decline in the number of youth users, and that's a good thing.
The FDA today calling it a dangerous epidemic.
The FDA calls teen vaping an epidemic.
Epidemic? I don't care if you think I'm Satan reincarnated.
Vaping is not as harmful as smoking. Kids are kids, and there's many, many, many reasons why they choose to do different types of things.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
So, hello, and welcome to the wonderful, the glorious, the ever enjoyable and entertaining Son of Liberty Radio here on all of the. Well, we're not on Facebook again because Facebook's giving me shit. So we're just gonna, but we're still on the YouTubes and the Twitches and the Twitters or the X's and over here on the Rumble as well, where we're gonna have some fun tonight on Rumble. There's a couple cases of I told you so. One is on this side, and then the other's on that side. Yeah. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. It's just started, but Jason apparently is at a concert to see the Toadies. They come here to Corpus Christi, Texas, probably every 3 months. They're here all the time. But anyway, Michelle is here, and Steve is here, and Michael is here, and Jason is not here, but here, because he doesn't like the opening band, apparently. Poor guys. But anyway, Kevin is here, but Mallory was first. So, congratulations, Mallory. But let me go ahead and get everything. Let's go ahead and get everything ready, and we'll get old Kevin in here too.
My pointy stick's over there.
What are you doing?
I'm going.
We always told you so.
What? Yes, but so Kevin, I guess today was No Tobacco Day or something. World No. Was that today?
Some worthless fucking cause that they don't give a shit about. Yeah, I think it was yesterday or today.
My ex got inundated with a bunch of like ridiculous, nonsensical, like misinformation, disinformation, tobacco control, lies. Like it's just everywhere. I did see like 3 different countries all came out today and said that vaping was as harmful, if not more harmful than vaping.
Yeah, they're doubling down. They've got
vaping was more harmful than smoking. I apologize.
Yeah.
I said vaping twice there.
It's all bullshit. You know it's all bullshit. I know it's all bullshit. And then we're
official departments of health for countries that are responsible for the health of entire countries. 3 of them.
Human
3
health.
of them decided to ignore science, ignore
we done
stuff.
Told you.
Oh, hey! I got good news, Kevin.
No, you don't.
So for some reason, this is going to blow your mind. For some reason, our very good friend Dr. Marwa Glover is in Poland. Well, not for some reason, but she's there to speak in Poland at the Global Forum of nicotine stuff in Poland next week, I think.
I heard the cranky old broad's going over there. Something. I don't know.
Well, I'm not. I don't care about the conference. They didn't invite me, so I'm not all that big. It doesn't really matter to me. However, apparently, on the way back from Poland, Dr. Glover is flying to America, and she's gonna land in Houston, Texas.
You better fucking be there.
And
even if she's in a layover, you better be there.
Just shut up. Let me finish my sentence. So apparently, her and her husband and her young daughter are going to be in Houston for like 5 days.
Nice.
And the young daughter wants to go to SpaceX, which is in McAllen, Texas, which is on the border of Texas and Mexico.
All right.
So to get to SpaceX, she has to drive right past my house.
Literally?
Well, the city that I live in, not, but but there is a pretty large possibility that there will be a stop in Corpus Christi, Texas, for dinner.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so fucking. I don't even fucking like you. I now I hate you.
And she said if she timed it, we could just do the show live with her here. And I said, well, I think Kevin's going to be out of town or something. He's going to be...
Suck. Oh, wait, I suck.
Didn't you tell me you were going to be gone for 2 weeks? Didn't you tell me that?
I don't like you. I'm not.
So are you going to be back on the 21st?
I don't know. I just wrote it down. I forget.
That's like 3 weeks from now, Kev. I was, she said it. Well, can Kevin not come down? And I was like, I said it's like 1,400 miles away from Kevin, and Kevin is a sissy and won't fly.
I ain't flying. Plus, I'm going the other way.
So you're just gonna have to. We may just live stream from some like barbecue place
or something. Yeah.
Just.
Oh, that'll be so awesome.
We'll pull Kevin in. I'll see if the phone can handle live streaming from the phone, and just do it from a nice hotel, restaurant, or a steakhouse or barbecue place or something.
Wherever they want. And don't scare the kid.
Why would I scare the kid? The kid probably.
Well, I don't know.
Quite well. Apparently, the husband / boyfriend partner. I don't know what the situation is. He vapes, so we'll probably be fine. Yeah.
There you go.
But Kevin won't get to be here.
There you go.
I will take plenty of pictures though.
I bet you fucking better.
I mean, like, this is me and Marwa with no Kevin. This is me and Marwa with no Kevin. This is another me and Marwa having a beer with no Kevin.
Yeah, bite me. With no Kevin.
And then I'll hold up a sign. Where's Kevin? I'm
Right.
going to make a sign that says, "Where's Kevin?"
Where's Kevin? Oh my God. Well, I'm in no other mood for you anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm so glad though. That sounds like a freaking crazy awesome
all
thing.
because the young daughter wants to see SpaceX, and I said, "Oh, your timing is just not right." So the week before, like this, not this week, yeah. So they have 2 rocket launches this month, and neither one of them are going to be while they're here.
Oh, that sucks.
I went to the SpaceX website to see when they were launching. So, see, Southern Vapor is already promising that she will take your place while you're gone for that 2 weeks.
There you go. There you go.
See, so we're going to have Jason and Michelle as our volunteer, not Kevin's. I may just have 2 not Kevin's. You never know.
You have a whole bunch of them.
To be the best shows we've ever done.
Probably without me, yeah. I imagine.
Well, I still think that we cannot, nothing that we do will ever beat the Nicotine and Neurodiversity show that we did for the Scope thing.
Yeah, anybody can try. No.
Nothing will ever beat that. I don't care.
No.
We're not Grim Green and we're not the Rib Trippers, but
and that
neither
wasn't
one of
even
them
us.
have ever done a show like that.
That wasn't us. That was them.
No, I know, but we offered a place.
Yes.
So there. But anyway, Kevin.
So there.
Anywho.
What?
Anywho. So here.
Tired of you.
You're already tired.
I'm sore and I'm tired and I ain't done.
Do you have access to a Geiger counter, Kevin?
No. Not that I'm aware of. Why?
You know what a Geiger counter is, right? You're familiar with that, right? That's the thing that goes when it's around.
Measures the movement of the Earth.
No, that's a different thing. Geiger counter is the thing that measures the radioactive,
Oh, the radioactivity. Oh,
yeah.
No,
when they're in a movie and they're carrying a thing around and a little stick and they're going and that they're finding.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was thinking seismic, wasn't it?
That's a seismograph. I really want to try this now, but according to this thing here from Scripps News, it says vaping exposures users to toxic metals like lead and uranium. Study says. So I want to see, I want to get one of those and go, just to see.
Well, I'm assuming they've already done so. Wouldn't they show the video?
I don't know.
Come on.
But there's no video here. Toxic metal exposure has been linked to cognitive impairment, Kevin, behavioral issue, Kevin, respiratory problems, cancer, and cardiovascular disease. So,
well, I got the first 2.
two of those, you got those, Kev. So frequently vaping among teenagers could significantly increase their likelihood of being exposed to toxic metals such as cadmium, lead, uranium, harming the development of their brains and organs. Their brains and organs, Kev. Teenagers already have brain damage anyway, Kev.
Well,
according to a new study published by the British medical journal's Tobacco Control, the presence of metal elements in e-cigarettes varies depending on the device, the brand used, and while the number of puffs or amount smoked does not play a big role in determining how much of these toxic metals a person is ingesting, any amount can harm the smoker both acutely and chronically, particularly affecting the child and adolescent development. So it says here, right there, Kevin, it does not matter how much you use.
Huh. Just one puff, you fucker.
Apparently. The study says that for those who often smoke, higher metal exposure has been linked to cognitive impairment, behavioral issues, all the same problem. Those 2 of those, Kevin, you got. Research also investigated whether urinary levels of metal toxins varied based on vaping frequency and types of flavors, and whether you inserted it into your pee-pee.
Oh, well, they're not putting it in their ass. That's good. Good for you, kids. Yet.
No boofing the vape.
No boofing.
No boofing. Yeah. There may have been changes over time in e-cigarette devices and e-liquid formulations that could influence the results. Nonetheless, there remains a historical association between tobacco product use and exposure to cadmium. Let's just, you know what, Kev?
Yeah.
We're gonna make you vape a lot, and then we're gonna hook a positive and negative because I need new batteries.
I could charge my own battery.
Yeah.
Fuck, I could. Oh, damn. I don't want you touching my naughty parts though.
No.
Oh, good.
No risk of that. They're so small I couldn't find them anyway.
That's right.
In addition, according to Stan, they
is this Stan?
Oh, no, this is not Stan.
Okay.
But I just know that Stan was at one time very concerned about the size of boys' genitalia if they vaped.
Well, pressure.
Yeah,
that's what
I do remember that, and obviously later on, because the genital thing was a couple years before the underwear smell comment. Yeah. In addition, increased uranium biomarkers found within the sweet flavored category are in particular or are of particular concern because candy flavored e-cigarettes products make up a substantial portion of adolescent vapors, and sweet taste in e-cigarettes can suppress the harsh effects of nicotine and enhance its reinforcing effects, resulting in heightened brain cue reactivity, the study read. So the sweet taste can suppress the harsh effects of nicotine. I thought nicotine was like so powerful that it was stronger and more addictive than heroin.
It'll make a horse run a race. That's what I hear. I don't know. I guess all I know is all these alleged chemicals and minerals and vitamins are all in cigarettes, and they're in a much lesser form in vaping.
Well, is there uranium in cigarettes, Kevin?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you know what? We did talk about that a couple weeks ago. We did talk about that. I remember.
Yeah,
I remember.
You think I'm paying attention? I didn't pay attention to you. All I know is they do this and they make the comparison, and then that completes the fiction portion of our show. I hope. But
no, there's more.
There's more.
I promise you, there will be more fiction in tonight's show.
You fucker! I never liked you.
I don't care. Sadly,
that's the beauty of it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Sadly, you're just wasting your time expecting me to care if you like me or not, Kev.
Well, unrequited hate.
Well,
go on.
I don't hate you, Kevin. I just, I don't care.
No, I don't actually hate, technically.
Yeah. So you sent me this one, and
so
this says that
Chillicothe, Ohio.
Maryland?
It's
Ohio.
Fucking Ohio.
Oh, this is one of your.
It's down here in the fucking corner over there.
For smoking a vape.
Bunch of fucking
Kevin.
Monkey motherfuckers beating on kids again.
Are they monkey fuckers, Kevin?
Get on the ground! No, what the fuck? What the hell? Get on the ground.
Let me call my parents. I'm a minor.
I don't care if you're a minor.
I can't breathe.
216 headquarters.
I can't breathe, dude.
Officers in Chillicothe stopped a 16-year-old teen after he was spotted hitting the vape after getting off the school bus.
All right. So this kid gets off a school bus, Kevin, takes a couple steps, takes a vape, and the next thing you know, cops are taking him down, huh?
Well,
some sort of violent offense that requires a tackle takedown.
I assume the kid was smart enough because they're kids, but there's no need for this. You
Kevin,
fucking call the parents and move on with your fucking day.
Teenagers are not known for being mouthy at all, Kevin.
Oh well, then
police officers are not prepared to handle a mouthy teen.
Clearly.
I know my rights. I know my rights. Hey, get on the ground. No, what the fuck? What the hell?
Well,
Get on the ground. What's wrong with you, dude? Turn over. Put your hands behind your back.
Let's see. No sound.
We're already over your fucking.
Cops chasing him.
I know my rights.
Just
I know my rights.
away.
Get on the ground. No, what the fuck? What the hell? Get on the ground. What's wrong with you, dude? Turn over. Put your hands behind your back. Both of them. What the
Oh, it's a white kid
fuck,
too.
bro?
That's surprising.
Dude, no, let me call my parents. What the fuck?
Stop.
I just got out of school. No.
Come help me. Grab his hands.
Let me call my parents. I'm a minor.
I don't care if you're a minor.
I can't breathe.
I don't care you're
See, even if a white 16-year-old boy says I can't breathe, they don't care.
I don't care if you're a minor.
Yeah, I don't care if you're a minor. Yeah,
Don't
I'm a
these-
minor. Let me call my parents. I don't care. I heard it.
We know it of at least one former police officer.
So
I know.
I'm just saying, Kev. I'm just saying though, this kid was not. I mean, obviously, we're not promoting the teen use of nicotine products in any way, shape, or form. But is this offense? Does it escalate to the level of a violent takedown?
No.
Now, if Kevin, he's a white teenager, so I don't see a taser.
Right. Because he's white. That's the reason.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
You
pretty
fucking
sure
know it is.
I mean, not to play into that whole,
Because
thing,
that's
but
how it works.
From our perspective, Kevin, we've seen quite a few of these videos over the years, and
a lot.
This is the first one that I have seen of a white teenage boy. All the other ones, every one of the other ones, there was a taser involved. There was a,
bruising, beatings,
violence,
Yes.
hog tying.
Yes.
I mean, he's getting handcuffed here. I don't know if they're gonna zip tie him and carry him off. Like they did that kid on the boardwalk. But here, let's.
I can't breathe.
216 headquarters.
I can't breathe, dude. My parents. I want my
Grab his
parents. I
arm.
know my rights. I want my parents. I know my rights.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. What the hell?
Car.
Bro, what the fuck? My shit's on the ground and
Put your feet
everything.
over there. All right, we all uncuff these in the backseat.
Oh God. So the cop, while running, lost a magazine out of his belt.
Don't you secure
Now-
your magazine, sir?
I would be more concerned about the police officer losing, dangerous hardware in a public place.
I've never lost a piece of hardware in a public place.
Kevin,
I bet you Nick hasn't either.
I guarantee you that I know where every magazine and
I know
every
exactly where
every round of ammunition in my house is.
everything is secured. Period. In your, I've never seen a cop lose a magazine actually, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, we all uncuff these in the backseat.
You better get written up for that.
Yeah,
Why is it unbuttoned?
You said bridge and water.
There's a snap, Kevin.
You said bridge and water.
I know. Why is it open?
Well, I heard you go out of breath or something on the radio. Yeah, we stopped because this kid we literally watched him get off the bus. He doesn't see us. We're sitting right here. Walks by puffing on a vape. Let's just go take it from him. So we pull over. He fucking decides he's gonna turn and go take off running. And I get my hands on him and he throws his fucking hands up and I'm like, nope.
He threw his hands up, Kevin?
Patrick, I don't think he did.
Let's just review. Let us just review.
What's wrong with you, bro?
Didn't go far enough back here.
I don't think he did.
Turns right.
I know my rights.
There.
I know my rights.
Get on the ground.
No, what the fuck?
What
the hell?
Get on the ground.
I think he's putting his hands up to defend himself. He's not. I mean, I can't see his
there's
fist.
no
I cannot see his
surrender.
fist. But
No.
I think he's probably making this sort of gesture. I know my rights. I know my rights. He didn't put his fists up and say, I know my rights.
He's 15 or whatever the fuck he is. Why would any cops be?
All right.
Oh, fuck,
So the body cam footage already shows that you fabricated something there, young man. Let's
Yeah, smack. You said bridge and water. You said bridge and water. Well, you feel out of breath or something on the radio. Yeah, we stopped because this kid we literally watched him get off the bus. He doesn't see us. We're sitting right here. Walks by puffing on a vape.
So
that's
they're
the reason
sitting
for this
on the side of the road, monitoring traffic, whatever. They see a kid walking down the sidewalk. Now, Kevin,
yeah,
I don't know if you are like me, but I'm a 50-plus-year-old fella here, and I see younger people, Kevin. I see 25-year-old kids, and I go, that kid looks like he's 12.
Yep.
So, what? I mean, obviously, the police officer probably has to have some. I mean, probable cause is what he's got here because he sees a young person. But to me, I'm sure in Chillicothe, Ohio,
yeah,
there's probably something more pressing than a cop to have to chase a 16-year-old kid who sees some cops walking towards him.
Yeah.
And do a violent take. I mean, again, not promoting that the kid should have the vape, but I'm just saying, Kev, that this seems like a low priority situation to me.
You think you could have just pulled across the street and said, "Hey, kid, does your mother know you do that?" Give him a chocolate. Give him have a chat with the fucking kid. Talk with the kid.
You could do something other than escalating.
You could be proactive.
I thought
this is not
de-escalation. De-escalation was supposed to be the new strategy, Kevin. I seem to
even
hear,
I know better. This is what
Just go
pisses
take
me
it
off.
from him. So we pull over. He fucking decides to he's gonna turn and go take off running. And I get my hands on him and he throws his fucking hands up and I'm like, nope. As soon as I got him on the ground, the fight was on.
The fight was on, Kevin.
A 15. What did Michael say? Yeah, that did not look like squaring up to me either.
No. To me, it looked like I know my rights. I know my rights. I'm a minor, and I did not see a fight on this video, Kevin. He says that there was a fight. I did not. I see a big two cops like putting their knee on the back of a teenager, holding him down while they're trying to get his hands in some handcuffs.
I see two adults beating
up on a little boy is what it looks like to me, Kevin.
And taking it out on the kid. Yeah, that's what I see.
I had chased his ass all the way back down here.
Yep.
216. Is everything all right?
No, he's going to JDC. He's trying to fight with an officer for one.
No, 3421.
Again, they're charging. They're going to send him to juvenile delinquent, the JDC's, the delinquency center, for fighting.
Tyrants.
Fighting. Again, from what I can see, I don't want to say that it didn't look like he was fighting much to me, is what I'm saying, Kev.
And he was sucking on a vape, which he's not allowed to do at his age. Probably not. Not with a resisting arrest.
114. Rack them up.
Now, Kev, I love
to be fucking ashamed of themselves.
I am a firm supporter of the boys in blue.
As am I.
I'm there are many good ones out there that are just trying to do a job that needs to be done. However, this particular one, and maybe his cohorts that are with him, because nobody tried to calm his ass down, and they're all chuckling about his, breathing hard and and tackling a 16-year-old boy to the ground.
Right.
This just looks like a police officer who has let his power go to his head.
And he believes propaganda, and he's full of shit. That's it.
Yeah.
Because, all the non-profit political front groups have assured us that this won't happen at all. No, not with the children. No.
Yeah. Let's see what else is here. Oh, they're strip searching him.
Thank you.
Oh, of course. Unnecessary.
This just makes you feel safer, doesn't it, Kevin?
You can pull your fucking squad car over and say, "Hey, come here a minute." You can talk to a
or
kid.
You could have just followed him to his house and then waited for him to go into the house and then knock on the door and ask to speak to the mom or the dad.
Chillicothe, I'm going to guess, has 20,000 people. It's not that big a town, I don't think. It may be bigger than I think.
There are way better ways of handling that situation than what they did.
They're idiots. Tyrants.
Yeah.
I'm just brought to you by your local tobacco-free kids.
And again, big believer, big supporter of the boys in blue. I
you know what? In fact, you know what? I've had this. It was my grandfather's for years and years. So, enough said about that. So I don't put it on my car anymore because I don't care. But.
Yeah. This says doctors warn vapers over dangers that may not be seen for 20 or 30 years.
Well, I'm at 11. And you're at what, 15, 16?
20,
halfway there, Patrick.
I started in 2010. So I'm 14 years. So
off.
I'm almost to the 20-year mark, Kevin. 6 years. I mean, rounding up to the nearest, 10.
Well, it's not officially yet.
Yeah.
Technically, we don't really know. And we've both said at different times in the same way.
And I saw a YouTube short this week, Kevin, talking about vape, the disposable vapes, and they had like video from the Chinese factory where they're making them, and to make sure they work, they have this guy sitting at the end of the
he's sucking on all of them,
and he's sucking on every one of them to make sure that they work.
Yeah, well, that's been going around for probably 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
but anyway, it's cute, isn't it?
Yeah,
they're idiots.
Mallory says that she'll be almost 75 in 30 years. Kevin will be there next week. So
yeah, give or take.
Yeah. So it says here, sure, you only have one on a night out, or if everyone else is, but reality is most vapers are using a bar more often than that. I'm not using a bar at all, Kevin.
I don't have a bar.
I got my billet box, or my what is this called? A Nord X, or I don't have any bars.
I don't know what this is. I always forget.
And now the UK smoking and vaping law changes to tackle them are set to be scrapped. It looks like a growing habit won't be going anywhere. But a doctor has warning for vapers of the dangers that might not be seen for 20 or 30 years. While the government has been attempting to crack down on vaping, Action on Smoking and Health found that by last year, 20.5% of children had tried vaping. The Office on National Statistics also previously found about 4.5 million vapers in the population of Great Britain, likely to have increased. I'm quite supportive in the larger number of people vaping to keep them off the cigarettes, Kevin. I personally don't find that work. So, and despite many people using vapes to get themselves off cigarettes, this NHS doctor has worries on people using them instead. So it says here, Dr. Ahmed Izzat often shares his advice on TikTok, so he's a TikTok doctor.
Oh, thank goodness for that. which I've been banned from for some fucking reason.
I've never even tried to be on there. I just,
I've posted 3 things. I don't even know what the hell I could have done, but
I really think, in my opinion, it's designed specifically for people with very short attention spans.
I think Fig hacked me and got
children.
Banned. I don't know.
Children.
Children. Think of the children. The doctor's got a TikTok.
Yeah, so it says here, who would have thought that back in the 1920s to the 1940s, doctors on every billboard would be trying to promote smoking cigarettes, even claiming with the tobacco companies that smoking cigarettes cured or treated asthma and shortness of breath. If anyone was to say that now, it would be absolutely farcical. So in the same way, we're kind of seeing history repeat itself. The London-based General Surgery says there's plenty of parallels between vapes and cigarettes. If you look at smoking, it took 40 years to see the health implications. Let's wait another few decades and see what happens with vaping. Just because there isn't enough evidence yet to prove that it's harmful, it doesn't mean in any way that there is no harm. They could be very harmful, and the effects won't be known until 20 or 30 years from now. Well, actually, we're quite confident, since we already know what's in them and what that exposure does to people, that we can build computer models that show that there's, vast, significantly less amounts of harm.
See, I also don't agree. This is a sidebar, so my apologies to those of you I lose. It took 50 years for them to realize. No, it probably took 20 or 30, maybe 30 on the cigarettes, and then there was mass pressure against releasing that from Luther.
So, Kevin, I don't even think it took that long.
It probably did.
Now, they're assuming that it requires a body of scientists to stand up and make an announcement that will prove that something is bad for you.
Right.
Kevin, I smoked for a long time.
Me too.
Even after only smoking for like 5 years, I would wake up in the morning, even in high school, Kevin, when I was in high school, wake up in the morning and cough up a ball of phlegm. I knew, my body was telling me then, hey, this is not so great for you.
Dummy.
So,
of course, yeah.
So to tell people that it took 20 to 30 years, that is just not true. People knew that smoking wasn't good for them because they would cough and wheeze, and they knew it.
Surely.
Yes. So for them to say that we didn't know, we knew. People were just waiting for somebody to tell them.
It took them that long to do it. Somehow, eventually, they said, "Yeah, we're going to do it anyway." And
there were. To be clear, Kevin, there were people prior to the Royal College of Physicians or the Surgeon General telling people that smoking was bad for them. There were people out there.
There were.
Don't even try to play that game.
Right. I'm not.
So
they were.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But these people are just they want everybody to think that people throughout history were cattle and required somebody to hold their hand and tell them.
The only one that could tell us really that would remember any of this would be David or Ed. So yeah.
Well, you're almost the same age as them, Kevin.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well. Hey, I don't wheeze like I used to. I know that.
Well, I definitely don't wheeze like I used to. I can run up and down stairs if my knee would let me.
I'll still be out of breath when I'm, like today. I was out of breath a couple of times, but I'm hustling. I'm doing shit, So, but I'm not like
around. He probably was
that too. But I'm not. No, he wasn't. I'm not anywhere. I didn't have to sit down. I used to have to sit the fuck down, and probably half of you guys in the room probably did. I was a very heavy smoker, so yeah. I don't want to run 5 miles. Right. I don't want to run 5 miles today necessarily, like some do, but yeah, I'm okay. I feel better, much better.
5 miles?
Oh, shit. No, I wouldn't run.
I think 5 miles is maybe a little overdoing it, Kevin. You know,
I don't think I'd want to run a mile.
I got to get from here to the mailbox. That's about as far as I need to walk.
Yeah. Unnecessary movement.
You wouldn't? Would you walk a mile for a camel, Kevin?
No, not anymore.
Here, let's see this. Let's see this.
We need that breaking deet, 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 deet. When you got the lull, I can't hear anything. Don't hear a thing. It's all quiet. ¿Cómo está? It's silence, Patrick. Can you hear me?
No.
There's no audio.
Oh, there's no audio. I'm looking right at the chat where Steve says no audio, and I'm just staring at it.
I said it like 4 today. Can't hear a thing.
Well, I was hearing the audio in my ears, but I.
That's why I did this, because I didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, I was
quit staring at
watching
Steve.
the screen.
Stop eyeballing Steve.
Well, Steve is, Steve is Steve.
Leave him alone.
We don't need no education.
No.
Right, let's go back over.
No.
Got a whole new window.
Yes, ma'am.
Start over from scratch. Go to Facebook. I got to pull up the link.
Fine.
Yeah. I heard you talking the whole time, Kevin, but it was so quiet compared to the video, because the video is very good quality.
I guess from now on, I'll just do this.
Eventually, I'll see it.
Well, yeah.
There.
I know you don't pay attention, but...
Not to you.
No, I don't pay attention to me most times.
Oh, that's not even the right one.
Logan came in
That's
yesterday.
not even the right one.
He knocked on the door. I opened the door. He said, boo. He ran past me. Janice is in the back room. He runs in the kitchen. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm looking for my mamaw. And down the freaking hall he went. I didn't see him for 5 minutes. He didn't want shit to do with me today. Yesterday.
He didn't want Papaw. He wanted Mamaw.
So he sat there and played her for 20 minutes.
Here, let's try this again.
Happening today, more resources to stop teenagers from vaping.
CBS 17's Dina Harley joins us live in studio. And Dina, the Department of Health and Human Services hosting a fireside chat about it.
Yeah, and they want parents to get involved in conversations around vaping.
A fireside chat, Kevin.
There's no combustion in that, Patrick.
No, and you're old enough to remember the Roosevelt fireside chats.
Yeah.
That were on the radio before the TV was invented.
Prevention to help teenagers and kids really stay away from it. Tonight, they're hosting a fireside chat and tele-town hall. We're told state and local experts will talk about vaping prevention, including ways parents can know if their kid is vaping at all, ways to talk about it, and how to find healthcare providers for young people. Those experts say parents really need to be prepared to talk with their young kids about vaping or tobacco use, because most of that use starts when kids are young and around other kids that may be vaping or smoking. You can find a link to that virtual event on our website, cbs17.com.
This is your tax dollars at work, by the way. The Department of Health and Human Services, Kevin.
I have so many questions.
Is going to have a tele town hall.
Yeah.
So,
Church.
Okay, so I'm not even going to play the rest of this. So the whole idea, Kevin, is that parents, who used to be kids,
who have children of their own,
but who
allegedly,
parents don't know how to sit down and talk to their children, and are expecting the Department of Health and Human Services to tell them how to talk to their children.
Not only tell them, but guide them as well. Now, I don't know about you, but one of the first questions I was asked, literally, was, where in the fuck are you getting these? That was the first question. It wasn't, why are you doing it? It was, where are you getting them? They wanted the source first.
Wow.
So I don't understand. I also don't understand how parents can go to a fireside chat and get all worked up, because that's what it's just somebody's going to preach to you about something, and you got to go do something about it. And then you're going to go to your children all hyped up about something they may or may not be doing.
And then talk at them.
And and then you're just going to be mad at them. And then you're not going to get anywhere with it. And it's going to create
That's always productive.
A bigger gap between you. And I don't understand. And nobody's saying, how are they getting them to these people that are in charge? They don't care. They don't even come up with this question. I've never heard anybody ask it.
Because it's always the product's fault. It's not the person that sells the product. It's not the...
No, it's not the government. It's not us. We don't do that. It's not our problem. We have regulations.
Yeah. So, Kevin, we have talked quite a few times here on the show about things like vape detectors and video cameras and stuff to catch the kids in the act, right? To stop them from... Okay.
Their brains don't work. They're going to get caught.
Yeah. So this is from the University of Toronto, and it says vaping in schools, $30 million for surveillance security won't address student needs. The use of vape detectors in schools is marketed as a way to keep children safe, but some groups say it signals increased monitoring of students that raises privacy concerns.
Patrick, didn't you talk about this like 3 months ago? I'm believing one of us brought this up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Somebody did.
So Ontario's recent education budget announced a back to basics funding formula, which includes $30 million to install vape detectors and security upgrades, measures which will expand the surveillance of students in schools. Now I know, Kevin, in the past on this show, I think we've mentioned the invasion of privacy in the potties,
trying to play grab ass,
and obviously the teachers are quite often aggressors when it comes to misconduct sexually with students in schools. We've talked about that. We talked about the fact that the biggest company that markets these vape detector things that go in the bathroom had purchased a company that sells surveillance equipment, and how easy it would be to include microphones and cameras in their vape detectors. We definitely talked about that.
Technology is not that hard. Not now.
Yeah. The province here says the budget signals a huge investment in education, but the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives notes it cumulatively reflects funds for 4,900 fewer educators in the classrooms, Kevin. So remember we had a audio of the superintendent of schools in Atlanta saying that his teachers didn't have time.
Pippa. Yeah.
Didn't have time
nowhere near
to do their job of poking their head into the bathroom periodically to see what's going on in the bathroom. So instead, we're going to put up electronic surveillances because the principal, now we see that this is Ontario, but I'm sure this is very similar to American. 4,900 fewer teachers, Kevin. So we're going to allow the AIs or the vape detection softwares to monitor the children. The Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation says there's a cut to funding per student by almost 10% since 2018. So now they're spending less per student on education, but they got plenty of money to put these damn devices in the bathroom. And they're paying for less teachers now, so
we don't need teachers. They're unnecessary.
The teachers don't have time to do their jobs because there's fewer teachers. So simple things like just poking their head into the bathroom to see what's going on in the bathroom. That's not possible.
That's how I got caught.
Let's do an app Let's do an app, Kevin. We're gonna put we're gonna Bluetooth a device and put it in the bathroom and put an app on a cell phone.
There's not one kid in the fucking world that can outsmart that shit. You know that. That won't happen.
No such thing as shower caps or anything like that.
No.
Yeah. The province's security investments are fear-driven responses to a real problem. Statistics Canada explains that vaping to reduce stress has increased during the COVID-19 Oh, shit. Well, I already said it now. For those aged 15 to 19, and was reported as the main reason for vaping within this age group.
What, the pandemic was?
No, stress. Stress. Not just that, but stress, Kevin.
Oh my God. Probably from
detectors and other surveillance technologies fail to address the stressors students are coping with, particularly those most vulnerable to systemic neglect and sexual abuse by teachers. Rationale for the efficacy is also unclear. So they're saying maybe you should spend some of that money on actually teaching the students, teachers and stuff.
Yeah. Being role model.
Yeah. Days after Ontario's announcement, a news report detailed the recent installation of vape detectors in 6 Pell District high schools located in student washrooms. These detectors also capture loud noises that are reviewed by staff in real time. So, I think they should just give every male student a bowl of chili at lunchtime.
Yep.
And see what happens by afternoon.
Yes.
The Toronto District School Board has also appealed for funding to install So instead of appealing for money to hire more teachers, Kevin, they're appealing for money to buy vape detectors.
Yeah. Propaganda is
I think somebody's priorities are all fucked up.
I think the propaganda machine is beautiful. Look at it. We're back in 2018.
I mean, again, this is Canada, not America, but I'm sure there's a very similar story going on right here, right now. Let's not blame this on America's hat. Let's take responsibility for this here as well. Let's be clear. The Minister of Education is more concerned about vaping and putting in, hardware into bathrooms instead of putting teachers on the ground.
That's the part right there. You're going to need beyond that, though, Patrick. They're not going to get that far into the story. They don't give two shits.
No, I'm reading between the lines, Kevin.
Kids are vaping. We got to stop.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say, Kevin. I really don't. I thought Canada was mostly smarter than that, to tell you the truth. Yeah.
They were for a while. They were. And then they just went to everything's blacked out. You can't tell what anything is. And they got all the fucking, no signs on the windows are all blacked out. And you have to ask for what you want. You can't see what you want. What?
This is what happens when you elect a progressive government. That's all I'm saying, Kevin.
Well, that's what happens when people allow other people to rule over them. That's what happens.
Oh, Kevin, we're gonna do an aside real quick, Kevin.
Okay.
There is something that happened in America today.
Yeah. Okay.
That is all over social media, and people are all. I'm just gonna say this, Kevin. That topic will not be brought up on the show.
Well, I must have missed it if it was today. So, okay, good.
It had something to do with the guy, orange guy.
Well, I imagine what it is then. But anyway,
Kevin, I cannot possibly believe that you haven't opened Twitter and seen or X and seen
not enough to see shit today.
The shitstorm that is occurring this
afternoon. We're not talking about it
from this afternoon. I am baffled and dumbfounded that you haven't seen. All you have to do is open Twitter.
I got home. I literally took off my shirt, washed off completely.
Please put one back on.
It's a billion lives. Oh no, this ain't the billion lives. Is what I was wearing. Now I'm wearing this. And I wolfed down something and barely got a first coffee for the night. I haven't had coffee in like 9 fucking hours, and then I come
That's
in
all
here
I've
and
had. That's all I had today, Kevin, before supper. I
What,
did do a. I bought these bacon wrapped jalapenos that were stuffed with cream cheese and
stick you in that bathroom.
beef brisket.
Yeah.
And then I had like 8 of the. I didn't eat all 8 of those. My wife and I, and then I got 8 bacon wrapped jalapenos with seafood salad stuffed in them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I grilled. Now you won't like this because you don't like fish, but I grilled a whole steelhead trout on the grill.
Yeah. I love fish. I don't know where you think I don't.
And then I had coleslaw, my awesome homemade coleslaw.
I love cod.
So now I am full.
And I love crab. So yeah.
Well, I grilled a tuna steak on the grill, and you thought it looked like a pizza, just because it was shaped like a triangle.
That doesn't mean I don't like fish. I just thought it looked like a pizza. You and your fucking food pictures. I miss them too.
I have to post. I have to post something.
Michelle loves me.
Facebook at some point soon because I haven't posted in like 6 months. So I will have to. Kevin, we're gonna have to give Charlie some money, or somebody's gonna have to give Charlie some money. Or Charlie's got to give somebody some money.
Why? What happened?
Because there was money that was being collected to send to somebody when they provided evidence of the first vaping related death. Remember that?
I owe money to that then. Yes, I pledged a little bit.
So according to the Philippines, this is GMA. Philippine records first vape-related death, Kevin.
Yeah.
So it says here a 22-year-old... What?
There you go. I did it.
Oh. A 22-year-old Filipino male died of a heart attack following a severe lung injury, which is linked to his daily vape usage for 2 years, the Department of Health said Friday. So this is officially listed as his cause of death.
Nicotine vaping.
Apparently. Well, there's no pot in the Philippines. Okay, there's no
there's no legal pot in the Philippines.
And you don't want to get caught with pot in the Philippines. I'm just telling you that now, Kevin. Because they treat pot the same as they do crystal meth or heroin or anything. It's not good. In a media forum, Department of Health Assistant Secretary Albert Domingo stressed that e-cigarettes and vaping elevated the risk of acute myocardial infarction and stroke. Domingo said the 22-year-old Filipino male with no known comorbidities was brought to the emergency room in 2023. And here we are in 2024, Kevin.
I was going to say, what? A year later? Okay.
Yeah. So he lived for a whole year, maybe? I don't know. This was based on the research study published in the Respiratory Case Reports Journal of the Asian Pacific Society of Respiratory by Margarita Isabel Fernandez and several doctors of the Philippine General Hospital. DOH and PGH raises warning on vapes as it cites first Filipino death, 22 años na. I'm not even. This is all in Tagalog. I can't say this. Yeah. A 22-year-old died due to a heart attack that was striking. In this case, was he had no risk factors except that he had been vaping for the past 2 years before he had a heart attack. Based on the study, the victim had a 2-day history of sudden onset severe chest pain after sports activity associated with dyspnea, diaphoresis, and myalgia. A 1 week history of productive cough. He was coughing up blood. Fever and vomiting preceded this.
Wow.
And there's more Tagalog. 2 of the arteries of his heart were blocked. There was also consolidation in his lungs. The study further stressed that the 22-year-old denied a history of cigarette smoking, alcohol intake, or illicit drug use. The patient had no prior infection with coronavirus. So he did not admit to any of those behaviors, Kevin.
That's correct. There you go.
Yeah. Self-reporting is the gold standard. According to Riz Gonzalez of the Philippine Pediatric Society Tobacco and Nicotine Control Advocacy Group, the said case was only among 6 recorded EVALI cases. So they got EVALI.
Huh.
They got EVALI in the Philippines now, Kevin.
Huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm okay without sending Charles a check so far.
I don't know.
If he says you will pay, I'm going to pay. I committed. I will pay. I will absolutely pay my part. And I know there's, what is it, like 10,000 now total. So yeah, I will.
Oh, I love this. This one is a 22-year-old male, healthy, sporty, has no vices. He went to the Philippine General Hospital because he had his chest was tight and he was coughing. Upon seeing his lungs, it's all white, which we call white out lung. In layman's terms, we can say that his clear lungs were erased because they were blocked by vape chemicals.
Okay, so now we've gone back to the fiction portion of our show, folks. I don't. Oh, are they pouring it on him before they X-ray him?
I don't know, Kevin. Yeah.
And they're
you may not have to. You maybe you shouldn't pay out.
I'm pretty confident that I will A, pay if it's necessary, and B, that I probably won't have to. I guess I don't know how to explain that.
Maybe I was wrong, and you know this was just some really bad doctoring.
I'm not a gambler. I've been to one casino one time, and that was a gift for a show for Foreigner. And I buy maybe 10 lottery tickets every 5 years, and I'm gambling the money that I pledged.
Was it the real lineup, the original lineup of Foreigner?
No.
Oh, then it's not worth going to. Never mind.
Well, it was a gift, so yeah. Anyway.
I would not go see Foreigner without Lou Gramm. Just not happening.
You can't help it. That's what was playing, and it wasn't Lou, so yeah, it's okay.
No, it's not worth going. But here you go. Here's some Aussie stuff.
The heat is on to pass the federal government's vaping reforms as parents, teachers and experts warn of an impending health catastrophe.
Catastrophe, Kevin. Catastrophe.
Beautiful.
Compounding the problem, pro-vape content on social media that continues to lure children. Emily Rice has this special investigation.
On popular social media platforms, vaping health messages are becoming more hazy. Influencers are now promoting plant-based vapes.
Influencers, Kevin.
Including the news is touting this
plant-based vapes. I've never seen
just
anything
like
about
here.
Plant. Well, I mean, obviously tobacco is a plant.
Claiming they are a safer alternative to those containing nicotine.
So we've got power, relax, dream, boost, focus.
Oh.
Okay.
Holistic. This is like Vita. Remember, there was a company years ago called Vita Vapes.
Vita Vape?
And
no, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, Vita Vapes had like vitamin infused vapes. They had like, oh, here's your not St. John's wort, but here's your herbal supplement that you would normally get at the GNC, but here we'll put it in a vape, or this one is for your sexual performance, or this one is for your mental focus, or this one is to improve your depression. I was at an event and they put us, the vaping militia, right beside them. I think halfway through the show they packed up their shit because they were tired of us just beating them down.
I can't imagine.
I've been reaching a lot for Focus because it's got the mango flavouring.
The paediatrician, Dr. Lexi Frydenberg, says inhaling foreign vapors is simply dangerous.
In the short term, you might notice some lung irritation, so they might start having a cough that doesn't seem to go away.
Fortunately, 14-year-old Tom can see through the marketing smoke and mirrors.
Some companies just want to prey on people who don't know any better.
Mum Edwina supports.
you're way too young. You should.
I don't understand. Yeah.
Supports the growing campaign to rein in the vaping industry.
I think everyone was just taken unawares and by surprise by how quickly vaping ballooned.
Since January, it has been illegal to import disposable vapes into Australia, but the Health Minister's proposed legislation to ban all vape products, except those prescribed by a doctor, needs to pass federal parliament in the coming weeks to become law.
It's time now to get on and vote for the bill.
A dozen leading health and education groups have now written to all senators and MPs pleading with them to support the bill which aims to kill off these products, the push led by the Australian Medical Association. Vaping.
Now, Kevin, 2 weeks ago when I went to the vape shop and bought, it's like a hybrid store. They were selling Kratom.
Yeah.
I did have a talk to them about Kratom, by the way. They have an entire half of the store, not like the entire, like 2 of the 4 walls in the store were full of disposable vapes, Kevin. They had Mr. T, not Mr. T. They had Mike Tyson. They had Hulk Hogan. They had all of the different bars. Blah blah blah, and they were like, "Oh, don't you want one of these?" I was like, "Hell no."
Were they old enough to sell it to you?
Well, they didn't know the difference between freebase and nicotine salts.
Okay.
I had to educate the young lady behind the counter about nicotine.
We're long past being able to have.
And she thought my e-liquid was cool because it was green.
Yeah. Well.
No, it's cool because it tastes good. It's cool because it keeps me from smoking.
Yeah, because it makes me not smoke. That's what I'm happy
That's the cool. That's why it's cool.
Vaping is becoming normalised in Australian schools, and Big Tobacco and the vaping lobby will do anything and say anything to keep these products.
Big Tobacco.
I love the reverse psychology in this. It's a fascinating fucking world when the lies they're telling, then they know they're telling, are going to be seen pretty clearly even by 14-year-olds that when they're 25. Yeah. I can
products on retail shelves at the expense of children's health. The Nationals want vapes to be regulated like tobacco and subject to excise. The Liberal Party's policy stance is still cloudy.
Kids who are vaping and having big doses of nicotine as young as 10 to 12 at the moment, we don't know what.
Well, then you need to find the parents of those 10 to 12-year-olds and beat the shit out of them.
Patrick,
they won't let their kid vape ever again, I'm telling you.
Every time we see this, it's an admission that they can't do their job. Every single fucking time.
So, Kevin, do you ever remember there was a movie in the early 80s called Cat's Eye? And it was a collection of Stephen King short stories turned into little vignettes.
Yes,
so
sir.
they did one. It's my favorite one. It's called Quitters Incorporated.
Okay.
When James Woods plays a smoker, and his friend says, "Hey, James Wood notices his friend's not smoking anymore. He says, "Hey, how did you quit?" And he says, "Oh, I went to this Smokers Incorporated." And he goes and he signs a contract, and the guy that's the owner of the company, he definitely he exudes like a mafia sort of personality.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of like the Godfather behind him, and he's like, "Oh, our late leader, he died from smoking, and he told us that he wanted us to help people quit smoking, so we're going to use our methodology." And they torture people to make them quit smoking. If they catch you smoking, they bring you into the office and torture you, and if that doesn't work the second time, they bring you and one of your family members and then they torture your family member. And then eventually you quit smoking.
Tobacco control's dream. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. So I think that if a kid gets caught vaping that's 10 or 12 years old, they should take the parent into the office and torture them until the kid doesn't smoke anymore.
You just give them a cigarette. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
what the long-term effect on their developing brain's going to be.
Emily Rice, 9 News.
The effects of their nicotine on their developing brains. I mean,
I know what the incompetence level of the people that don't have any nicotine in their brains cause. So there you are. Yeah.
It's quite dangerous, Kevin.
It's extremely dangerous. It's a threat to our democracy.
Last week, Kevin, I actually, this is another aside. I purchased the film Civil War, Kevin.
All right.
And are you familiar with this? That there's a new movie out. It's called Civil War, and it's about it's not about the historic Civil War. It's about a new fictional Civil War that's taking place soon.
I think you mentioned it before, but I'm not.
Right. So I watched the film. Now, there are a lot of people out there who are, okay, just to, put it out there. The war is already going on when the movie starts.
Okay.
And they never explicitly say what exactly it is that caused the war to start.
All right.
So the whole purpose of the movie is to show all of the shit that happens during a war. People lose their fucking minds. They do things they would never do. I mean, it literally is just saying war is bad.
Well, sure.
War. I mean, that's literally what it brings out the worst in everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've seen people this week in the past couple, this week, Phil even saw the movie, and he's posting some stuff on the Facebook about it or whatever, and I'm like,
okay, yeah,
you apparently you didn't watch the same movie that I watched, because the things that you're drawing parallels to today's current political situation,
right?
And I
that's not what
dude,
it is. Right.
They never even say why. They just say, what, America's broken up and there's a couple different countries now or whatever, and the western states of California and Texas have joined forces, and their army is marching on Washington D.C.
That'll never happen. California
that completely destroys any possibility that this is a parallel to anything that is currently going on, because you got California and Texas on the same side.
Yeah, I'm in Ohio.
That would never happen ever.
Texas and Oklahoma, Texas and
Florida,
Florida,
Texas and, literally almost any other combination.
Even Alaska. I could see you in Alaska.
Oh, if I was doing it, Kevin, if I was forming a splinter state or a splinter government within the United States, the one state there's two states that I really want, and if I had my picks, if we were just, I pick you and you, then if we were just taking turns picking, Alaska would be one of the ones that I would want.
Yeah. Alaska, Vermont, New Hampshire.
Because there are a lot of strategic military assets in Alaska that I would want. Now, I would personally figure out a way to nuke Colorado so that nobody could have Colorado, because obviously NORAD is in Colorado, and
you just
that's too big of a chess piece to allow anyone to have.
Oh my God.
So if I couldn't get Colorado on my side, we would have to send some Navy SEALs or some Texas Rangers or somebody over there to, put a big enough bomb in the middle of NORAD that
oh my God,
that nobody could use NORAD, because NORAD has got some shit, But yeah, I would definitely take Colorado and Alaska for sure. I'm putting a lot of thought into this, Kevin.
That must be your other show.
Yeah. Here.
What?
This is another Aussie thing here.
The latest Commonwealth modelling shows that states...
Now, you have audio now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's like New South Wales, Victoria and Queensland would make hundreds of millions of dollars in extra GST revenue if vapes were legalised and taxed. New South Wales would rake in the most at more than $836 million over the next 4 years. It comes after a Redbridge poll revealed overwhelming support for the regulation of vapes, as opposed to the prescription-based model being implemented by the federal government, and that's amongst people who voted for Labor at the 2022 election. Joining me live is Nationals leader David Littleproud. David, thanks for joining us. New South.
So that now they're saying that there's a coalition within the Aussie government that are like, hey, we fucked up. Think of all the money we could make if we just regulated and taxed this product instead of banning it. I wonder who said something like that before.
Wales has been complaining a lot about a lack of GST distribution. Is this a way it can improve its budget's bottom line?
Well, we find all the states do around wanting more money, but I think it's not just the GST; it's the excise.
Now, this guy's name is David Littleproud. I wouldn't want to, I would want to be big proud. I don't know if I want to be little proud.
Only about 8% of Australians who vape at the moment have a prescription. It's a prohibition model that hasn't worked. And we're the ones that put that in place when we were in government, and we got it wrong. Greg Hunt put this in place, and I actually supported it. I don't contest the science around both vapes and nicotine and cigarettes being bad for you, but where we need to go is a regulatory model that has worked in protecting particularly children and making sure that we protect the community from these organised crime gangs who are collecting effectively the GST and the excise.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Well,
I wonder who could have predicted that an already existing smaller black market would turn into a huge, massive, giant, violent black market.
Oh,
I
that's
think we said
poppycock.
quite a few times on this show, there's no such thing as a safe black market, Kevin.
You're so full of shit. I was told there'd be no black market.
Well, Mitch Zeller's retired now, Kevin. He's the guy that said that.
Fucker.
That Australian taxpayers should, that could go to things like education on the risks of...
We were just talking about education and the lack of teachers and money, more
Ching.
Vaping and having cigarettes, as well as regional health in particular. That's what the Nationals have had a long-held position. We hope that the rest of the Parliament will come with us. But while the government has good intentions and great intent, we want to slowly get rid of this as quickly as we can. But the reality is that prohibition hasn't worked, and we need to look at what has worked. And when we did regulate cigarettes through point of sale to 18 years plus, through licensed premises, then what happened is, as well as controlling the ingredients and the packaging, we saw an 80% reduction in juvenile use of cigarettes.
So fair, reasonable regulation works, huh?
Well, on paper, surely.
Who could have thunk that shit, Kevin?
And then you collect that GST, you collect that excise, and you can put that back into society in a productive way. That's the policy the Nationals believe in. That's the one that we'll prosecute, and hopefully the other parties here in Canberra will come with us.
Huh.
It's all bullshit. You know it is.
Well,
oh, wait a minute. We can tax it?
Yeah.
Woof. Woof. Pavlov's dog. Be all right. I was against it. No, I'm for it.
They got wood as soon as the guy said tax. Like he got a huge boner.
What's that? Revenue?
Huh. Like all of a sudden the porn music started to play.
And as soon as they can tax it, they're going to change their mind. And as long as they can call it tobacco to make it sound bad, they're going to be happy.
Well, we're just going to make us a new sin tax, California, Australia. I mean, they're pretty close. But,
taxing less smoking is about the stupidest thing I've ever heard
of. It's better than banning, though. I mean, I'm not gonna promote it, but
sales tax. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing
here.
more.
Speaking of this, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it says here. This is from Fortune magazine. A major nicotine company went through New Yorkers' thrown out vapes and found that 99% were illegally imported from China. Now, Kevin,
what?
This is a city, if not a state. This is a city. We know that they already know how to import illegal cigarettes.
Yeah, people have died
into New
for
York City. New York City has a multi-billion-dollar, that's with a B, multi-billion-dollar illegal cigarette market.
Yep.
Most the black market for cigarettes far surpasses the legal cigarette market in New York City.
Yeah,
for sure. But look at this.
No
See
doubt.
this? Earlier
No
on
doubt.
my phone, this was not blocked. This was not behind a paywall.
Oh,
now it's
damn.
behind a paywall.
Bastards.
So all we can say is, Kevin, is that Altria commissioned a report, and the result was that 99% of all the cigarettes or all the vapes that they found in the garbage, were illegally
weren't theirs.
imported.
They weren't theirs. That's what they found. And funny, Altria gets some free advertising out of it. I love it. It's great. Not illegal, just free.
Let me see. I'm going to pre-open this.
And yes,
scroll down and make
fire
sure.
bombings are still going. Juka's got a 0 days since. Yeah, he keeps throwing them out. Crazy.
Yeah. All right, this one. Now this one, Kevin, the first word in the headline says exclusive, : However, I saw this report in 4 other places. This is from Reuters. Reuters, Kevin. It says exclusive. Nicotine-like chemicals in U.S. vapes may be more potent than nicotine, FDA says.
Well, wouldn't that mean that other
What is
chemicals
an
in cigarettes?
Oh, okay. This is okay. Nicotine alternatives used in vapes being launched in the U.S. and abroad, such as 6-methyl-nicotine, may be more potent and addictive than nicotine itself. I thought nicotine was already pretty. I mean, according to them, it's as addictive as heroin or cocaine.
Well, yeah.
So this 6-methyl-nicotine is even more addictive than cocaine or heroin, Kevin. Now, I have to do a quick little Google here because I don't know.
I don't either.
Except for my mouse, my keyboard is deciding to rebel and only register every other keystroke. There, I found it.
Mine does that sometimes. It's a pain in the ass.
Oh, okay. So 6-methyl-nicotine is just synthetic nicotine, Kevin.
Well, according to the FDA. But they've never found that out about cigarettes. Nicotine's the only thing in cigarettes that's addictive. You guys know that, right?
So synthetic nicotine is what 6-methyl-nicotine is.
It's scary though, isn't it? It's scary.
Maybe may be more potent and addictive than nicotine itself, though the scientific data remains incomplete.
Right.
According to the FDA.
According to the FDA.
Independent researchers. So it may be more, but the science is not complete.
Those modal verbs and phrases. Warm the cockles of
synthetic
my
substance, which have a chemical structure similar to that of nicotine, are not subject to U.S. and vaping regulations that are U.S. tobacco and vaping regulations that are designed to control traditional nicotine and highly addictive. What? So they're saying that synthetic nicotine is not regulated by the government, Kevin?
I think that's false, but maybe I'm wrong.
I'm 100% false because my friends that thought that they were going to circumvent the PMTA by coming out with synthetic nicotine, they were indeed required by the FDA to register their products on the portal.
That's what I recall, but I don't,
I do.
They
I
change
do
the
recall
rules every 5 minutes.
That did happen, Kevin. So I think somebody is a liar.
Well,
I don't want to use harsh words.
Some stenographer at Reuters has decided that he's going to type what they tell him.
At Reuters? Reuters?
Whatever
Like
it is.
Reuters?
Is it Reuters? What is it?
Reuters.
Reuters. Fuck, whatever. It's all fucking fiction. Every bit of it. So we don't know. There's no conclusion, and we're still going to talk about it. This isn't journalism. This isn't reporting.
No, this is. I mean, no. The FDA did release a press release, Kevin. That's why I said that this so forth. The statement that this was an exclusive was a lie, because I found
so
4 other
funny.
places that it was reported, and in addition to the.
I haven't tried it yet, Ed. And good evening, sir. Is your parole officer aware that you're out and loose again?
Sure. We only use that when we're trying to demean our friends, Kevin. We don't call people that we
I
actually
call him
like
sir. On occasion.
I call you sir, but only when I'm being facetious.
I'm tired and sore.
Sore?
That's all I know. Yeah, I'm sore. I'm hurt.
From what?
I'm old from
Well,
fucking
that's true.
moving shit. I feel like Ed today, probably.
Now, how long does a coil last for you, Kevin?
For me, normally I can go about 2 or 3 weeks. It's usually about the 3rd week. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot I got to change this. Usually 2, definitely. 3, I'm starting to push it. I've gone longer, but like today, I barely touched the thing because I was busy doing shit. But I'd take a minute or 2 here and there and puff on it, but that's about it. So yeah, I do, like when I'm sitting here, I feel like I'm chain vaping. And other than that, I really don't. But that's probably why.
So this has been 2 weeks that I've been using this particular.
And how many
coil,
tanks a
and
day
I
do
just
you
decided
use?
That, this one, like 2.
2 a day? See, I'm at almost 1 a day.
This is the only device that I've been using during the day at work.
Yeah.
I have not been taking anything but the Nord. So
Right.
2 weeks is what it's lasted.
And I'm at 2 or 3
And I'm going to
milliliters a day. I don't fill it every day. It's about every day and a half or 2, you know.
Oh, I filled this one at least 2 or 3 times today, probably, while I was driving around.
Right. Now, when I'm driving next week, I'll probably do at least a tank a day because I'm sitting and doing nothing. That's the bad thing, like it was when I smoked.
Yeah. When I smoked more when I drove, and I do vape more frequently in the car than I do.
Of course.
Wait. Now here, I
air
vape
drums
more during the show.
Yeah, I do too.
Than if I was just sitting here watching a movie.
Yep. As do I.
I'm still filling the tank here. Yeah.
Steve, who are you calling grumpy? Me?
But it's been so long since I've used a coil device.
Yeah.
You know, a pre-made coil device. I mean, obviously,
mine's pretty
rebuildable.
pretty
It's still
steady.
a coil device.
Now, Janice will go through probably 1 a week, but she chain vapes. She's constantly on it. And she's using no nicotine now.
Well,
but she likes it. Yeah. I don't care. It's whatever she wants.
It's better than you know.
Happy wife,
smoking.
and I don't get my ass beat. See, that's how it works. That's all. Or happy life. I can't remember.
I think that either one of those works. I think
something. I ain't scared of her. I can run faster.
I think
But I ain't
she could
driving no
probably
more.
throw pretty good though.
Yeah, I doubt it. Take my chances.
All right.
All right, finish it. Let's go. Chop, chop.
I'm
With smart
just,
Kevin.
I'm, that's literally it. I think.
That's it? That's all we got?
No.
Good.
Manufacturers can sell vapes containing synthetic nicotine analogs such as 6-methyl nicotine in the United States without seeking authorization from the FDA. A process that can... No, that's not true at all.
I'm confused. Mixed messages,
No.
Patrick. You're hurting my brain.
This is not true.
I didn't think it was, but I don't know anymore. If the FDA released their fucking thing, maybe they're stupid.
No. This is absolutely not true.
It's like I just took your ball. No.
No, this is a
Stop.
lie. This is
Well, I thought it was too.
absolutely not true.
Oh my god. It's just
Reuters. You need to do a huge correction piece on this. This is
They need to do a purge on these fucking
true.
people is what they need. Just get rid of all these fucking things. Every one of them.
They capture synthetic nicotine. No, this is not true at all. Yeah.
You can't even believe the FDA nor its
Unless this is a different synthetic nicotine.
Well, that could be, and we're confused. That's why. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just thought it was hilarious because of the first thing where they said that it may or possibly might. But
I don't remember when I first. I don't remember the first time I thought of the modal verb thing, but boy, have I loved it. I just fucking did. And you can go through life and watch the news and go, they said may, could, or might. Possible. We don't know. They're all fucking lying to you.
I remember when Walter Cronkite was on the news, and Walter Cronkite would never lie, Kevin.
Well, as far as we know, he didn't. And I tend to believe that. I don't remember any speculation over the death of Kennedy on the clips I've seen. I don't remember speculation of other historical events in that era, I guess, if you will. And then I think the mid 70s just kind of, it just went to shit. And they realized they could make people think what they want.
Do whatever they want. We can say and do whatever we want. Nobody will ever call us out on it, Kevin.
They never will question it. And I don't understand that.
Well, these young
I was in
people
trouble
today,
at school because I did that. To my teacher, I would say, wait a minute, that's not right.
I questioned everything, Kevin.
I was going to the office more times because I questioned the teacher than I was for my own problem.
How dare you, Kevin? In the voice of Greta Thunberg. How dare you?
One principal said, what did you say? I said, if she got off her fat ass and taught the class, they wouldn't be asking me questions. And he said, all right, you're getting a Saturday session, but you're right. I said, well, why do I get a Saturday session? I didn't care. That's what I said. I'm not going to lie to him. They kept asking me questions because she sat there and she didn't even have a phone. She just sat there doing nothing. She wouldn't answer. People raising their fucking hands and she didn't answer anything.
But all right, Kev.
What?
Do you know what time it is?
Is it time for the kitty? Do I need to get the treats? Oh,
here, kitty.
It's time for the Vape Cats of the week.
I just meow. I can't help myself. I love that cat. Michelle, thank you. It's very underappreciated over the years. What do you got? What is that mine?
I think this is one of yours. I don't know.
I
How many
can't
did you
read
send?
I don't remember. It's been a blur today, all week.
This is from Frank.
Yeah, that was mine. That was mine.
Okay,
I
Frank
like
says, I rarely vape these days, which I never would have predicted. A disposable literally lasts me a month, which is wild. But ultimately, that was the end goal because while vaping is significantly less harmful than combustible tobacco, it's definitely not normal to be inhaling copious amounts of vapor into your body.
Yeah.
But damn, I was lucky to find the community as early as I did. It was a complete different scene. Early in 2013, you could find a liquid via obscure websites, forums, or Facebook groups. It was wild.
You probably knew
vaping
Frank.
was the catalyst of so many things for me personally. Getting off of opiates, finding love for photography, opening my eyes to how corrupt the FDA is, and the fact I started to change my diet in a healthy way. It's been over 8 years since I've had a soda. Still miss that Dr. Pepper burn.
No, not me.
And then there's a picture of a vape.
What is your assessment? What is your assessment of my pick of the week for that? What do you think?
I appreciate this one, Kevin. This is way better than all the other ass-kissing ones that you pick normally because you want to highlight people that you want to be fanboys of.
I forget exactly what he said. I wasn't. It's definitely not normal to be inhaling copious amounts of vapor into your body. I wasn't really fond of that briefly, and I thought, well, it's freedom of speech, and that's his opinion, and I appreciate that. But I don't know Frank, and I don't imagine that I did know Frank, but I feel like Frank. I'm gonna do my thing because it's me. I don't give a fuck about you, and you can do your thing because it's you. I don't care if you like green vape. I don't personally want any green vape, but fuck.
I'm going to send you a bottle of my green vape right here.
Don't care. Live and let live. Yeah. So I think I only sent the one.
Yeah,
but
I think you did.
Frank seemed very genuine, and I'm not even quite sure how I found that one offhand. If somebody retweeted it or I saw it, but algorithm.
Yeah. So the next one is just here for a little comic relief and B, brainworms. So this is from Black Betty.
Black
she
Betty,
says,
bam a lamb. Oh, yeah, sorry.
We've been telling y'all for 4 years now. It's all about parasites. Nicotine kills parasites and bypasses the blood-brain barrier, making it one of the most effective methods for removing brain parasites. The question is, what took y'all so long? And then there's a picture of the label of
I'm confused. I'm confused. So there are no brainworms because you're using nicotine, or there are?
Exactly. I've killed all of the brainworms with my nicotine.
Oh my god, I forget. I just can't keep up.
So I wasn't sure if that was mine or yours, but
that must have been yours. I don't remember. That's good. I like that one.
Yeah. So then we have here from Nick Knack.
Ruh-roh.
Can we slow down age-related deterioration and cognitive decline with nicotine? The use of nicotine in daily life has been ingrained in human culture for centuries. With more research being published, we are now learning all of the effects of nicotine when consumed outside the context of smoking or chewing tobacco. I don't care that you included chewing tobacco on that. Here's 3 new exciting findings of nicotine research.
Yeah.
So there's there's a brain scan, a whole body scan, and a heart scan. Look at that.
Look at that. I venture to say the research has always been there. It's just buried. It's very buried. They don't want you to know the good part. They want to keep that myth alive. That's all they want. Buried. Yeah. I will refer you directly to our neurodiverse show.
Yeah.
That's my response to it.
Yeah. So then we have Erin Tarantino. She says, I can't believe the amount of progress I've had in 3 weeks from trying the nicotine patch test. And she's retweeting Renegade Research, the nicotine test here, where they're talking about the long C.
Oh, yeah. Rodent's got a thread. 8,000 damn tweets about it.
Another example of great success with the hashtag nicotine test for hashtag long C word. Not a miracle drug, but it is helping many people. And then there's a screenshot of somebody saying, I did the nicotine protocol back in December for my long C, and it cured me. I went from being almost entirely bedridden to having normal energy levels. It's almost 6 months, and I still have enough energy to keep up with my 3 young kids and full-time job.
Yeah.
Will nicotine work for everyone? No, but it is certainly a miracle for me, and I will never be convinced otherwise.
There you go. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah. How nice was that?
That's all I need to know. Does it make you feel better? Yes, that's all I care. I don't care
really
about
all
much
we need
else.
here. So, Kevin, I found a group of tobacco control racists, Kevin.
Oh, fuck, really? All right.
I found a whole group of tobacco control racists because here they say that just because a company makes a horchata e-liquid,
what the hell is a horchata?
That big tobacco horchata is a cinnamon rice milk drink.
Okay.
That a company, several companies have made e-liquid.
Good Lord.
Big Tobacco, this Modesto group says that Big Tobacco is targeting Latino communities because only Latinos like horchata.
Wow.
So it says here, with vape juice flavors like horchata and agua fresca, Modesto area residents worry that the tobacco industry is targeting the Latino community, which is already at risk for tobacco-related health problems. The Stanislaus Tobacco Prevention Action Team, a project partnered with the American Cancer Society Action Network, has been dedicated to raising awareness about tobacco uses. And so people, let's be clear, there are quite a few people that I know of that are in the vaping industry that are of Latino descent.
Yeah.
And some of them make horchata or agua fresca liquid.
Okay. All right. I never heard of it, didn't know what it was, and I'm okay with that.
Are they targeting their own communities because they're making something that they like?
Well, good Lord, Patrick, didn't you, when you started, say, Jesus, I'd like to have a beer flavored vape or whatever flavor you wanted, or whatever flavor you wanted. And then you found it and then you went, oh, Jesus, that's no good. Or crab. I heard crab one time and I love
there was
crab.
a crab flavored e-liquid. I am
going to ingest copious amounts of crab in a couple weeks or less than a week.
Crab.
I am never, ever going to be convinced that I would pretend to enjoy a crab flavored vape. And I love crab. So no.
So
I don't care. But if they said, hey, can you make this? And then they said, yeah, we can make it. I don't see a targeting happening. It becomes an available flavor like any other fucking flavor. That's literally it. Is that all you need? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
So, Kevin, I named the show tonight Subliminal Menthol.
Oh, I love subliminal messages. I didn't know about
Subliminal Menthol.
Well, that's another.
So this is only like the second time since we've been doing this show that we've actually sourced material from a specific website. And I only did it just to show the stupidity and the sheer retardedness of this person.
Oh yeah, that's the yeah. Bacon. Oh, Steve. No, I love bacon. No.
So this is from Glands. This is from ProfessorGlands.com.
Professor Puffin Stuff. For those of you in the know, go ahead, Mr. Fucking Smelly Underwear.
Tobacco companies use subliminal menthol to achieve the same goal as menthol, as a characterizing flavor. Regulators should prohibit all menthol, not just as a characterizing flavor.
Isn't he saying the same
down
thing
here,
twice?
Kind of.
Jesus Christ.
Subliminal menthol, Kevin.
Go to the fucking home. Call Ed, ask him fucking where he is, and go. Just fucking go.
Yeah. While most countries, including the U.S. FDA, regulate menthol as a characterizing flavor at levels that impart a discernible taste, previous secret tobacco industry documents show that tobacco companies have long used menthol at subliminal levels.
Oh my God.
Below levels that impart a discernible taste to reduce smoke harshness, reduce dryness, increase smoke coolness, and convert non-menthol smokers to menthol.
You know, I've read what I can find of the ingredients that the FDA should have been releasing 15 years ago of what's in just a regular cigarette. And it's like lemons and all kinds of fucking crazy.
Oh, there's all sorts of like stuff that they use in the aging process to
caramels,
notes.
all the stuff, and nobody cares. They just worry about menthol.
Subliminal menthol is menthol that's included, but you can't taste it.
I submit that Clance is using subliminal brain power to pretend he's smart.
It's kind of bad, Kevin. Yeah.
I don't know. He's sniffing too many fucking underwear at the. Yeah, never mind.
So, Kevin.
What?
We're at the stage of the show where we have to say goodbye to the people that will not follow us over to Rumble.
I don't tell them I love them enough, so I love every one of you. There, that's what I think.
I think he's lying.
Well,
I don't think
I'll
he
miss you.
loves any of you.
2 weeks, I'm going to miss you.
I don't think.
I'm not even checking in. What?
I don't think you will. I think you just lie when you say that.
I think you like to pretend that you are going to put words in my mouth so that people will think other things than what I'm really thinking.
But we have one more vaping story over on the Rumbles.
One more? Damn.
And then we have a couple cow stories.
Cows?
Cows. And we have a Dr. Fauci story.
Oh.
And a story about NYPD malfeasance.
Did they beat somebody again?
No. This is more Big Brother material.
Oh.
Big Brother NYPD Blue. So, yeah, I'm gonna play a 3-minute video because I have to go refill my drink, and then we're gonna be back. So Kevin's got to go make coffee.
Yep.
I gotta go refresh my Arnold Palmer. And we will be back on the Rumbles. For those of you that haven't already started to move over there, there are some people that are already over there. But I will slap the link in here. I will
slap the happy right in your head,
so that you guys can go over there. But we will be there in just 4 minutes. 4 minutes, Kevin.
I got 4 minutes. All right, I'm ready.
Can you do it?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Do it.
I'll get back here when I'm done.
I figure. But here, we'll
you ain't the boss of me.
No, I'm not even the boss of me, Kevin. So here's the video. We'll be back.
I will not show my independence, and I will not be making my own decisions. In 2009, a bipartisan Congress created the Center for Tobacco Products at the FDA, and then the president signed us into law. And no, the fact that Congress and the president agreed on something is not what was historic. It was that for the first time ever, FDA, since the time we were established in 1906, we're really the gold standard agency to make sure that every product you put on or in your body is safe and effective.
Bullshit.
The FDA is expanding a recall of a popular blood pressure drug over concern it may contain an unwanted ingredient that can cause cancer.
Tonight, for people on medication to treat high blood pressure, the Food and Drug Administration is recalling several drugs that contain an ingredient, valsartan. That drug includes an agent that could cause cancer.
Pfizer recalls its popular anti-smoking drug Chantix over a possible cancer risk.
The recall was secondary to some unknown quantities of a chemical called NMDA. We do know that it can cause direct liver injury.
Now to the Food and Drug Administration and to questions of regulation. The salmonella outbreak and the major egg recall have raised questions once again about whether an agency charged with regulating drugs and food can adequately do its job.
I can share that, at least from where FDA's perspective is, we would prefer to not have kids on the continuum of risk, if at all.